Welcome back to the Virtual Light Broadcast at lightworker.com. Today's date is February 27th, 2010. And let's welcome back Steve Barbara.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Glad you could join us.
Wow, a couple of powerful guests here today. So that was wonderful. Really nice to see some of the things all coming together, especially with the kids and some of the new multidimensionality things, which you've been talking about for quite some time. So it's nice to see it come from a whole bunch of different angles and talking about the same thing. Very magical. Well, Danielle, let's start with you today since we're already on the multidimensional path. And you've got a really cute matching boot that we didn't notice before.
You know, I tripped going from one dimension to another.
I hate it when that happens. Which dimension did you go to the doctor in?
I think it was the 9th.
Okay, that'll do it.
And interestingly enough, guess what I'm going to talk about? It's going to be multidimensionality. Big surprise, huh? I wanted to share an experience that I had this past week where I actually worked with a shaman. And I went into one of my dimensional selves. It was really, really interesting to me because I was in trance, I was under hypnosis. When I got there, it was not being the observer. I mean, I was physically there. And I knew something was chasing after me. And I was running and running and running, and I could feel, my body start sweating and that whole fight or flight reflex kick in, and my muscles were all tight, and I found a hiding space, and I turned around to look, and it was this huge, huge, majestic male lion, and he was almost albino. The cream color of him was just so light, and he had these huge crystal blue eyes. And I was so frightened and so fearful and just scared for my life. I started talking to the shaman that had put me under, and I said, I want to leave. I want to leave. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm scared. And he said, well, you always have a choice. You can choose to get out of the journey. And he said, or you could choose to turn around. And there's a few things that could happen if you turn around. One, you could use your intuitive ability to communicate with this animal and see what it is that he wants, or you could die. And I thought, well, geez. And interestingly enough, since a small child, I have been having nightmares about big cats chasing me, which is so funny because anybody that knows me or has been to my house, I mean, I'm like the leopard queen. I love big cats and everything about Africa. It's a real pull for me. So I sat there and I decided, okay, I'm done running. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to see what it is this animal wants. And I turn around, and my heart opened with all of this compassion. And he's still running full bore, and he stops. And I said, what is it that you have to teach me? What is it that I am to learn from you? And he was like just that close to my face, and I could feel his breath and everything else. And there for just a split second, we merged. And I could feel his power and his grace and his strength and his beauty, and it was just amazing. And as I pulled back, he said, dear one, why have you been running from me? Do you not know that I am your greatest ally? Do you not know that I am your greatest teacher? Those feelings that you were feeling were not of me, but it was me allowing you to feel yourself, to feel your soul, to feel your power and your strength and your full ability. And I stood there completely mesmerized with this amazing animal and this amazing feeling that I was getting. And I just think about, what if we all stop running? What would happen if we realized our true potential? If we let down the veil, if we stepped out of this big wall of fear that we've built, and we really see the power that is us. What are the possibilities? Well, they're endless. They're completely endless. If we accept, if we acknowledge, if we stand in our beauty, our grace, our power, our strength, we fully and completely connect with the souls that we are. Just like you had talked about before, about creating heaven on earth. Part of what it is accepting yourself, accepting your power and your strength. And then when fear walks in, there is no fear. You see through the illusion. There was a great man who once said, fear is we're only supposed to fear. No, I just totally lost my train of thought. What did John F. Kennedy say about fear?
FDR said,
Okay.
There's nothing to fear but fear
fear
itself.
Okay, sorry. I've got too many voices going on in my head all at once. And that's exactly what this lion was communicating to me. He said, what you've been fearing all along has been yourself. You were too afraid to see just how strong and how powerful you are. Because if you did, you would know that anything is attainable. You would know that you can rise to the occasion and create whatever it is you want. And so I would ask all of you in this room and everyone over the internet, what is it that you're running from? What would happen if you stopped and you turned around and you asked what it is that you have to learn from it? What is the gift? What if you were that strong to stop running? What couldn't you create? And what couldn't we change about life right now as we know it? So I just wanted to share that with you. And I hope that you all stop running and stop being chased. And just face the fear because it's only an illusion. Thanks.
Excellent.